Hello again, everybody. I'm going to show you guys how to stretch out your writing to about 8 minutes. I set another timer for myself again, just like we watched yesterday, only this time we're going to respond to the book, Going to the Firehouse. So in this book, little critter went to a firehouse and got to hang out with some firemen, which is a pretty cool thing to do. I wish every time I went to a firehouse, I got to hang out with a Dalmatian dog because they're so cute. Now, your paper might not be pink like mine. Mine just ended up coming out of the printer that way. So let me go ahead and start my timer. All right, I'm gonna begin by writing my name. And I'm gonna think about a time that I went to a fire station or something similar to that. And what this really made me think about is when I was in elementary school, and I think I was in 2nd grade, I went to a place called the Survive Alive House. And the Survive Alive House was a pretend house that was inside of a big old gym in a building. And inside were bedrooms, and you had to do all the things that you learned how to do to stay safe in case there was a fire in your house. But it wasn't a real fire or anything like that. It was only practice. And we ended up, I remember, I'm gonna make this window right here. We had to crawl out of a window. I'm gonna draw myself crawling out of this window. Doop, doop, doop. And we had to do a whole bunch of stuff like touch the door with the back of our hand to make sure that it wasn't hot. And we had to learn how to do all kinds of stuff, and there was a bunch of smoke coming out of the window, and there was smoke in the hallway, and it wasn't real smoke, but it still made me cough. I remember I was like, I can't breathe. And then we had to walk on a ladder down to the ground. And that's what this story made me think of. So I'm gonna draw a pretend house, but you're gonna see the pretend house is going to be in a bigger place. But that's what this made me think of, a pretend chimney there. Okay. Uh-oh, my timer didn't start. I'm at about 2.5 minutes, so let's go here. That looks good. Sorry, guys. It's still not going. There we go. All right, so this time I'll get it right. This is the fun part about doing live videos. So we would climb down this ladder, and I think we went 2 people at a time. So I'll draw a friend here. And our teachers were down here on the floor, and they were waiting for us. And they were like, come on down here, guys. And I'll give my teacher girl hair because she was a girl. She's wearing a dress. Now, I know I'm drawing some stick people here, but you can actually add a lot of detail to stick people if you really try. I mean, we can give them different colored shoes and everything. All right, so I'm gonna put a line here because I wanna draw a picture of the inside of the house where we started. So back here, it was kind of like a gym, because I remember there were like basketball hoops up on the wall. Because it was an old school, and it was in the gym. And you could actually play basketball in there. Very interesting place. I don't remember where it was. Okay, so what I do remember inside the house where we started is they had us in a bed to pretend like if there was a fire in our house in the middle of the night, we had to figure out what to do. So we were laying on the bed, pretending like we were sleeping. Of course, I'm happy when I sleep. I love to sleep. And there was a bunch of smoke that started to come in the room. And there was the door here. And we had to go to the door, and we had to touch the door with the back of our hand to make sure that it wasn't hot. And it wasn't hot, but then we went out and we crawled up the stairs. So I'm about 4.5 minutes, so I'm gonna start adding some colors. I'm gonna go ahead and start with coloring my hair. I know it's gonna look a little bit different because this is on pink paper, but I'm gonna try my best. The gym floor was like gym floor colored. that wood color. I hope this doesn't smear the black. I'll try to go around that so it doesn't smear the black. And then I will come back in and I will label. Now eventually, and a little bit later on, we're gonna start writing sentences down here. But right now we're just gonna be worried about taking the time to think about what the story made us think of and spending the time actually working on one thing. Because like I said, if you can add more details to your picture, that means that you can add more details to your stories and your writing when you're writing things. My hand is actually getting tired. Is anybody else's hand getting tired out there? Shake it out. That's what you do, shake it out. That means your muscles are getting stronger. Let me go over here and say the blanket with blue. 3-star coloring. Make sure that you're making all the background color go away. We don't just want to do that and call it a day. No, we want to make sure the whole thing is filled up. Let's make the house that color. That's a pretty color. I like blue houses. Let's stay in the line so that you can see where one part starts and one part ends. We don't want to color the roof blue unless you're going for a silly house. Oh good, it's not smearing. That makes me happy. One thing about crayons, if you use crayons, they don't smear. But when you use markers, sometimes they do. Oh, I only have 2.5 minutes left. See, once you start putting some time into these, it's easy to fill up all 8 minutes. And actually, by the end of the year, my kids will be telling me, I'm not finished with my picture, I'm not finished with my writing. Or I can't get them to stop writing words. And I can't get them to start drawing their picture because they're so excited about writing sentences. I always make sure that there's nice, quiet music playing in the background to help everyone concentrate. I don't know if you can hear my music playing. Or 3-star coloring. Get them all colored in. Okay, that door was brown. I'll color behind the smoke. We have 1.5 minutes left. I'll say the carpet was brown. It was the 80s. One thing that I sometimes do, if I don't want to color in the entire part, I'll put like a crosshatch pattern, and it gives it the illusion kind of being colored in. Okay. I always store my markers point side down, if you guys noticed that, because it keeps the ink going down and it keeps them from drying out as much. I have 50 seconds left. All right, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna start labeling my picture because I want you guys to see exactly what everything is. So this is me, and this is a bed. This is smoke. This is a door. If the kids aren't sure how to write their letters, maybe print out an alphabet sheet where they can look at the letters whenever they need to know. Basketball. More smoke. Door. Window. Teacher. There's me. Oh, me again. All right, guys. Our 8 minutes is up. So that's how we fill up a whole 8 minutes of coloring in response to a picture. You guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you soon.